Next up we have Bandit 12. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which is a hex dump of a file that has been repeatedly compressed. Okay, for this level it may be useful to create a directory in temp directory, which you can work using mkdir. Okay, for example, this you can do: copy the file data file using cp and rename it using mv. Read the man pages. So what they're trying to say is there is a file and it is repeatedly compressed. Okay, so let's go back. Let's try to log in. Okay, here we logged in. So let's clear this out. There's a file, and if I file it, and it is saying it is ASCII text, so let's cat that file. So this is a hex dump. So this is how it is looking like, and let's see what hex dump looks like here. If there is a reading material, you can see this hex dump is not a hex file. Okay, it's not a hex file, so don't be confused with it. So hex dump is a hexadecimal view of the computer data. Okay, so it's not the hex file, it is a hexadecimal representation. Okay, if you execute this file, you will not get anything, you will get something like this. That's all. This is just a text file. Okay, this is not a hex file. So to make the hex file into a binary file, we need to use some tools. Yeah, so we are going to use this tool xxd. So before that, let me copy this file into my own directory. I have told you in the Bandit 0 how to copy. Let us download this file and then work on it. Instead of moving to temp directory and working on it, you can actually work on your PC as well. So let's download this. How to download this? Let's go to some directory. I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to directory and cts and create one directory, which is 12. Okay, open terminal here. You can open terminal here, or else you can copy this and exit out of here, cd this. Okay, backslash clear. Let's download this file using scp. So we already know the scp command, scp and the port number and user@host and directory to it. So if you see that, this is the port number which Bandit server is running on. So this is the user@host, and after this a colon and then the directory. So that was in the home directory, so we are using home directory and the file name. And where do we want to copy? We want to copy in present directory. So current directory, we can copy this. If you keep dot, or if you keep the whole thing, it doesn't matter, it will copy in the current directory itself. So this is the command. If we execute, it is going to ask for a password, so because the ssh is running in the background. Okay, so the password this file is this, and here we got the file. Okay, 100% transferred. Okay, let's clear this out. Let's check if the data is there. Yes, the data is there. So we are going to use this command xxd, and let's see what it does actually. So this one, Yeah, this is the structure of the xxd command. xxd and then some options and in file and out file. So here the option that we are going to use is -r, which reverses the hexadecimal to a binary file. We'll see it here. What it does is it reverses operation, convert hex dump into binary file. Okay, so xxd -d -r and then data, whatever we name it here, it doesn't matter in Linux. It is going to be a binary file as we can see here, right? This is the hex file and this is converting into a binary file. Okay, if we hit enter and if we hit ls, we have two files right now. And if we file the data, we can see that this is a gzip compressed data and it was data2.bin and it was last modified in this date. Okay, let me cat this data.txt file. Okay, sorry. If we see here, it is telling that it is data2.bin here, right? So that's the same thing they are saying here. It was data2.bin, now it is converted into data. Okay, so it is a gzip compressed file. So here they said it is compressed repeatedly. So what we are going to do is we are going to extract repeatedly, and there are few tools to do it. One is called gzip, bzip-bzcat, and there is tar. So these are the tools that can compress or extract data. So there are other forms of these tools called for gzip we have gunzip, which stands for g unzip. So we are using G tool in the background and we are using unzip. Okay, we are not zipping this time, we are unzipping. So if gzip is there, we are compressing. If gunzip is there, we are extracting. This is another form of that command. And there is one more command called gz-zcat. Okay, so what this gz-zcat does is this will show what are the contents. If it is a text file, it is going to print it as a text. So this is going to work like that. And there is something called bzip-bzcat. This is for bzip, and this is also work in the same way. It is going to print the output in the terminal. It's not going to extract anything. It is going to print the contents in the terminal. So what we have right now is gzip. So we will directly try to output the content data. So this is a binary file again. So we don't know what file it is. So we will again type gz-zcat data and we will send it to file. Okay, let's see what it is. So file command will tell what type of file this is. So the next file that is coming up is bzip. So we will use again gz-zcat data, pipe it to bzip, right? So we have to use bzcat and again file it to this. So what we got right now is again gzip. So what we do, gz-zcat data and again gz-zcat file. Now we got POSIX tar archive. So what we do, we have to use tar command to extract this. So there is a similar way we can output data into the terminal using tar as well. So for tar we have tar -xo, it's X capital O. So make sure you type X capital O. And next we have again file like this. So the next file is again tar POSIX archive. So again we have to type the same thing, tar hyphen x capital O and file hyphen. So now we have bzip2 compressed data. So what we do, gz-zcat and then file hyphen, and now we have POSIX star archive. So what do we do when we have POSIX star archive? Tar hyphen x capital and then file hyphen, and now we have gzip compressed data and gzip, right? So we have to use zcat file hyphen, and now we have ASCII text. So the file that is coming out of zcat is ASCII text. So this is a text file. So we can go up and we can just delete this part, and we can keep till here, the till zcat, and now the output will be the output which comes out of the text file. Okay, here we can see that the password is this one. So this is a one-liner to solve this CTF. There are other ways to do it, and this is the cleanest way that I can think of. And if you see ls, there are no extra files, right? There are no any extra files here. But if we use any other commands like gunzip or gzip -d, something like that, this is for decompressing. So if we use any other form like that, it's going to mess up the whole directory. So this is the cleanest way to solve this. And CTF is over right now, but I'm also going to show the other ways to do it. So if you can stay tuned, you can watch this, or else you can skip that. Thank you for watching. Okay, let's go for the next one. Here when we see file data, we got this, right, gunzip. So for gzip, we have to change the name of the file to something like gz with extension gz, or else it is going to throw some error. So I'm just going to copy this before I do anything. So let's try to extract with gunzip. Okay, so what is it? This is the actual file name. So if I do this, it is going to say unknown suffix, so it does not detect the suffix here. So we have to use this command to change the name of the file, and then if we execute gunzip, it is going to work. So if we do ls here, okay, the file actually changed to this, and then it changed back again to this. So when we do gunzip, it extracted, and the output of this file is here. So if we do file data right now, and it is going to say that it is now bzip. So for bzip, we don't need any name change, so we can use directly bunzip2 and then data. It is going to extract. So if you do ls, so this is the output we got. And if we do file data out again, so what we got here is again gzip. So for gzip, what we do, mv data dot out and data dot gz. Okay, we have to change it to gz, and then next gunzip data gz, and this is going to extract the file. And if we do ls, we are back to data again. If we do data here, it is going to say it is POSIX star archive. So for tar, this is the command we use, -x for extracting, and we are going to extract into a file, and if you type data, it is going to extract. So we can also use -v for verbose, but we are not using it right now. So if we type ls, it is going to show this file. So this is the extracted file, and if we go and type this, it is going to show it as a POSIX tar archive again. So if you go tar xf-data5, and now it is extracted to another file again. So if you type ls, it is going to show data6. So we will copy this, and let's type file again. So now it is bzip2, so we have to use bzip to data6, and it cannot guess, but it showed the output as this one. Okay, so we are going to copy this, and we'll see file this, and it is again POSIX tar archive tar-x, and paste this. We got an output. If we do ls, here we got data 8, right? This is the new file that we have. And if you type file and this, it is gzip right now, and again we need to use gunzip data 8, and see, it is ignored, so we have to change the name first. So mv this and data.gz, something like this. And now if you go gunzip data.gz, there is a file called data here, so it is going to overwrite this file. Okay, so it's nothing new. Okay, we'll type yes. So now we have a file named data, file data, and now it is ASCII text. Okay, so if we cat this data, we are going to get the password. So this is another way, but this is a little messy, don't you think? Yeah, so there is a similar way, but we will use gzip instead of gunzip. Okay, gzip -d is for gzip, and bzip2 is for bzip, bzip archives, and this is also for decompressing. And for tar, there is tar-xf, obviously. So this is the tar command that we will be using, and the file name. So this is an exercise for you. You can do this, and you can cat always the data output here and get the password. All right. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. See ya.